Globally, the syndrome of metabolic abnormalities is spreading at an alarming rate and has become a public health crisis. This systemic metabolic disorder affects hundreds of millions of people and often leads to fatal comorbidities, including coronary artery disease, peripheral neuropathy, renal insufficiency, and even retinopathy. Alarmingly, more than 40% of patients are completely unaware of their own condition before organ damage occurs. Imagine such a light scenario. Every meal is not only a process of replenishing nutrients, but also a protracted battle of precisely regulating metabolic indicators. Any dietary deviation may trigger glucose metabolism disorders and cause irreversible organ damage. This is the survival challenge that patients with metabolic syndrome face day after day. However, it is important to emphasize that this chronic disease is completely preventable and controllable. Scientific awareness and health management are the core strategies for reducing the risk of the disease and improving the quality of life. In this protracted battle, dietary fiber is like a reliable comrade in arms, demonstrating extraordinary value in metabolic regulation. Let's systematically analyze how this nutrient plays a strategic role in the prevention and treatment of metabolic diseases. Fiber, the natural guardian of metabolic regulation. Regulating the balance of glucose metabolism is like walking on a tightrope, and a slight deviation may trigger drastic fluctuations. At this time, fiber quietly plays its role like a guardian in the dark, compared with simple sugars that are quickly broken down. This indigestible nutrient forms a natural blood glucose buffering mechanism by delaying the absorption rate of sugars. This physical regulatory effect can maintain all-day metabolic stability and effectively prevent dangerous blood glucose peaks and valleys. For people with insulin resistance, this stabilizing effect is revolutionary. Papers in the authoritative journal Nutrition and Metabolism Research have confirmed that a diet rich in fiber can not only optimize fasting blood glucose indicators, but also achieve long-term metabolic regulation by delaying gastric emptying time. Its unique molecular structure can also reduce the glycemic index (GI) value of food, turning some high-carbohydrate meals into safe options. The value of fiber is far more than that. It can significantly increase the sensitivity of insulin receptors, promote the efficient utilization of insulin by the body, and fundamentally reduce the burden on the pancreas. This nutrient can be regarded as a natural enhancer of the metabolic regulation system. Metabolic and cardiovascular protection double defense lines. Glucose metabolism disorders and cardiovascular diseases often go hand in hand. Persistent hyperglycemia will gradually damage the vascular and valvular and autonomic nerves, significantly increasing the risk of sudden cardiac death and cerebrovascular accidents. Soluble fiber builds a three-dimensional defense line in this field. Water-soluble fiber, which is rich in whole grains, mushrooms, algae, and citrus fruits, forms a mucus-like matrix in the intestine. Its biological colloid can effectively capture cholesterol particles and block their enteropathogenic circulation pathway. Clinical data shows that continuous intake can significantly reduce atherogenic lipoprotein, LDL-C, and simultaneously optimize the level of anti-atherosteric lipoprotein HDL-C. The National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute in the United States recommends that consuming 12 grams of water-soluble fiber can achieve significant cardiovascular protection effects. Combined with its additional values such as regulating blood pressure and inhibiting chronic inflammation, this nutrient can be regarded as an all-round defender of the cardiovascular system. The secret of weight management for metabolic regulators. For people with glucose metabolism imbalance, weight control is often regarded as a thorny metabolic problem because excessive body fat will exacerbate the decrease in insulin sensitivity. Fiber shows a natural solution in this field. Foods rich in dietary fiber require longer chewing and digestion time, which can create a continuous sense of fullness and effectively inhibit excessive intake. This physiological satiety mechanism can naturally reduce the total energy intake without strict calorie restrictions. Continuously practicing this intake regulation can gradually improve body fat distribution and block the progressive weight gain commonly seen in type 2 metabolic syndrome. From a nutritional perspective, a single avocado fruit contains about 9.5 grams of dietary fiber and is also rich in high-quality monounsaturated fatty acids. Pairing it with whole grain bread as an energy supplement can not only prolong the satiety time but also provide the body with the complex nutrients required for metabolic regulation. Gastrointestinal tract homeostasis, the foundation of metabolism. The human digestive system is like a precision instrument. If it does not function properly, it will lead to systemic imbalances. Dietary fiber ensures the efficient operation of digestive functions by promoting regular intestinal movements and preventing excretion disorders. Insoluble fiber acts like a biological cleanser, continuously removing intestinal metabolic waste. In cooperation with it, soluble fiber serves as a prebiotic matrix, nourishing the intestinal flora ecosystem. These beneficial microorganisms have core values in key physiological processes such as nutritional metabolism conversion and immune barrier construction. An optimized intestinal flora environment not only promotes the efficiency of nutrient absorption but also improves emotional stability and physical energy reserves. Foods such as broccoli, carrots, and kale have the characteristics of dual fibers and are important components of dietary interventions for metabolic diseases. Guide to high-fiber foods friendly to metabolism. Systematically analyze the high-quality fiber sources that are suitable for inclusion in the diet for metabolic management. Soluble fiber sources such as oats, apple pectin, and chickpeas are outstanding, and they have clinically proven effects in regulating blood glucose homeostasis and optimizing lipid metabolism. Insoluble fiber, rich in whole grain products, brown rice, and the peels of fruits and vegetables. It specializes in regulating intestinal movements and microecological balance. Glucan complex, a special form of soluble fiber, found in ingredients such as oat bran and mushrooms, has the dual characteristics of blood glucose regulation and cardiovascular protection. Practical suggestions include innovatively prepared diverse recipes such as thick soup rich in lentils, quinoa with seasonal vegetables, or an energy drink that combines tender spinach leaves and chia seeds. Strategies for integrating dietary fiber. Adjusting the dietary structure can be done step by step. Refer to the following practical tips. Morn energy station, choose steel cut oats as the base, and pair them with flaxseeds, blueberries, and crushed pecans to create a high-fiber and highly nutritious metabolic starter meal. 2. Smart substitution method. Replace refined grains with red quinoa or wild rice, and preferably choose sprouted grain bread instead of traditional pasta. 3. Rainbow vegetable rule. Ensure a color combination of kale, Brussels sprouts, and beetroot in each meal. Hummus with fresh vegetable sticks is an ideal snack choice. 4. Innovative application of beans. Incorporate white kidney bean puree into sauces, and use chickpea flour to bake snacks to develop innovative dishes rich in fiber and protein. 5. Water balance management. As the fiber intake increases, it is necessary to ensure a daily water intake of 2,000 ml at the same time to optimize the digestion process and prevent gastrointestinal discomfort. Set 30 grams per day as the baseline value through phased goal setting and scientific food combinations. This nutritional goal is completely achievable and sustainable. The following is the content after pseudo-original rewriting according to the requirements. It strictly adheres to the original structure and length, uses professional medical and nutritional academic terms for reconstruction, and retains all core data and logical contexts. Holistic planning of the daily dietary fiber intake. Scientifically allocate the intake of each meal unit gram. Morning metabolic starter meal. Overnight chia seed oatmeal cup with red raspberries and crushed pecans. 8 tang. Lunchtime energy supplement meal. Kale-based composite salad including avocado puree. Red quinoa. 12G evening metabolic regulation meal. Grilled chicken breast with herbs, paired with green romanes or broccoli and fermented black rice. 8 tang. Intermittent nutritional supplements. Slices of Fuji apple with cashew butter or air-popped quinoa grains. For 6G. Enlightenment of metabolic regulation. The strategic position of fiber. Dietary fiber is not just a simple nutritional component but a metabolic management tool with multidimensional physiological regulation functions. The 2023 White Paper of the International Society for Metabolic Diseases points out that systematically increasing the intake of dietary fiber can reduce glycated hemoglobin HbA1c by 0.51. And the value of this as a core nutritional intervention measure should not be underestimated. From the perspective of basic physiology, The intestinal gel layer formed by water-soluble fiber not only delays the absorption of glucose but also affects cholesterol metabolism by binding to bile acids. Its fermentation products, short-chain fatty acids SCFAs, can directly act on the gluconeogenesis pathway in the liver to achieve overall regulation of metabolic homeostasis. Clinical nutrition research has confirmed that following the intake standard of 30 GD for more than 12 weeks can significantly improve the insulin resistance and XHOMA, IR, and lipid metabolism profile. This change is not just the result of simple weight regulation but stems from the molecular level optimization of metabolic pathways. Practical suggestions start with establishing a fiber perception. Carefully measure the FD and dietary fiber equivalent of daily foods, and use the gradient increase method to avoid intestinal adaptation disorders. For example, set a baseline of 18 G in the first week, increase it to 20 G in the second week, and finally achieve a physiologically effective dose of 30 G. More importantly, this nutritional strategy has systematic health benefits. A cohort study by the National Institutes of Health in the United States shows that a continuous high-fiber diet can reduce the risk of cardiovascular events by 28% and the all-cause mortality rate by 70%. Every bite of food rich in fiber is reconstructing the metabolic future at the molecular level. Clinical nutritionists suggest regarding fiber as a strategic nutritional resource for metabolic regulation. The mechanical barrier it forms in the intestine can allay the absorption of glucose. The prebiotic effect optimizes the structure of the flora, and the regulation of gene expression mediated by SCFs plays a role at the epigenetic level. Practical guide to metabolic management. 1. Implement the principle of phased fiber increments, and it is recommended to use an increase of 5 G per week as the adjustment unit. 2. Adopt the combined fiber combination method and consume soluble and insoluble fibers simultaneously in each meal. 3. Establish a post-meal metabolic diary to record the changes in insulin requirements for different fiber combinations. If you need to obtain more nutritional intervention plans for metabolic syndrome, you are welcome to follow the Metabolic Revolution column. Click the exclusive subscription button to start personalized health reminders and get the latest news from the forefront of international metabolic medicine in a timely manner. We invite you to check in with your dietary fiber log in the comment area and share your personalized nutritional plan. The professional team of dietitians will regularly select high-quality cases for in-depth analysis. Click the Consult Now button at the bottom of the screen to make an appointment for a one-on-one fiber nutrition planning service. We look forward to unlocking the infinite possibilities of metabolic management with you. In the next issue, we will deeply analyze the targeted regulation technology of the intestinal flora. Click to follow and start a scientific transformation journey.